1800 hours Pakistan Standard Times. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Aisha Nayab. First, the headlines. Prime Minister will embark on a two-day official visit to Uzbekistan tomorrow to strengthen bilateral relations and enhance trade, economic cooperation and regional connectivity. Foreign Minister says Pakistan is ready to work with SCO states in reinforcing efforts for sustainable peace and stability in Afghanistan. Pakistan and Russia have agreed to work closely to further strengthen bilateral relations in all spheres. Chief of Army Staff has appreciated Tajikistan's efforts to achieve the regional connectivity through Pakistan. Minister for Railways says ML1 project being implemented with Chinese partnership will revamp Pakistan Railways. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred 3 more youth in Pulwama today. Afghan government delegation will meet Taliban in Qatar on Friday to start a long-stalled peace process. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan will pay a 2-day official visit to Uzbekistan from tomorrow on the invitation of Uzbek President Shavkat Mirziyoyev. A high-level delegation including the Foreign Minister and other members of the cabinet will accompany the Prime Minister. A large group of Pakistan's leading businessmen will also visit Tashkent on the occasion. Talks between the two leaders will cover the entire gamut of bilateral relations with a particular focus on trade, economic cooperation and connectivity. The leaders will also exchange views on regional and international issues of mutual interest. A number of agreements and MOUs aimed at deepening bilateral cooperation in diverse fields are expected to be signed during the visit. The Prime Minister will also address the first Pakistan-Uzbekistan Business Forum. On the invitation of Uzbek President, the Prime Minister will also participate in the International Conference on Central and South Asia Regional Connectivity, Challenges and Opportunities. In his interaction during the visit, the Prime Minister will highlight his vision of Naya Pakistan, Pakistan's positive contribution to peace and security at the regional and international level, and the shift from geopolitics to geoeconomics. Prime Minister Imran Khan has said development of tribal districts is the foremost priority of the government. Chairing a meeting in Islamabad today to review the ongoing development schemes of tribal districts, he said the people of these areas rendered immense sacrifices for the country and we highly regard these sacrifices. The Prime Minister asked the provinces to contribute to promised funds for the fast-track development of the districts merged with Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has called for developing greater connectivity amongst the Shanghai Cooperation Organization member states to unlock the geo-economic potential of the region. Addressing meeting of the Council of SCO Foreign Ministers in Dushanbe, he said the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, the flagship project of Belt and Road Initiative, supplements SCO's vision of regional connectivity and economic integration. The Foreign Minister said the SCO member countries need to focus the collective economic development that is intertwined with their national sustainable development goals. Turning to situation in Afghanistan, Shah Mahmood Qureshi said Pakistan stands ready to work with SCO member states in reinforcing efforts for sustainable peace and stability in Afghanistan. He said Pakistan has played its part in facilitating the peace process aimed at forging a comprehensive, broad-based and inclusive negotiated political solution that is Afghan-led and Afghan-owned. He said the unfolding situation in the wake of withdrawal of US and NATO troops and in the absence of a peace deal is a matter of serious concern. Pakistan and Russia have agreed to work closely to further strengthen bilateral relations in all spheres. The understanding came at a meeting between Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi and his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov on the sidelines of the SCO Council of Foreign Ministers meeting in Dushanbe. The regional security situation, particularly Afghanistan, also came under discussion. Shah Mahmood Qureshi briefed his Russian counterpart on Pakistan's constructive approach towards the Afghan peace process. The two foreign ministers agreed to remain in contact for the mutual benefit of the two countries. This is Radio Pakistan. Chief of Army Staff General Qamar Javed Bajwa has appreciated Tajikistan's efforts towards regional connectivity and its inclination to achieve the same through Pakistan. He was talking to Defence Minister of Tajikistan, Colonel General Sheralil Mizrov, who called on him at a GHQ in Rawalpindi today. The army chief said Pakistan values its brotherly relations with Tajikistan, which are based on shared faith, culture and convergence on all important issues relating to regional peace, security and stability. The visiting dignitary appreciating Pakistan's positive role for regional peace and stability, especially Afghan peace process, and pledge to keep working for better relations between the two brotherly countries. Minister for Railways Azim Khan Sawati has said China-Pakistan Economic Corridor will open new avenues of progress and prosperity in the region. During a meeting with Chinese Ambassador to Pakistan Nong Rong in Islamabad today, he said the ML1 project is of utmost importance of Pakistan Railways, and with the Chinese partnership, this project changed the map of railways in Pakistan. The minister, appreciating the services rendered by the Chinese ambassador, said the bilateral relations between both countries are a sign of lasting friendship and brotherhood. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred 3 more youth in Pulwama today. The youth were killed during a cordon and search operation in New Colony area of the town. The authorities imposed a strict curfew in entire Pulwama town to prevent protest. People are informed through loudspeakers to stay indoor and not to try venture out. Internet services were also suspended in South Kashmir. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has expressed a deep concern over growing Indian fascism and expansionism. APHC General Secretary Maulvi Bashir Ahmed Irfani, in a statement issued in Srinagar, urged United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres to help end the ethnic cleansing of the Muslims at the hands of Indian fascist rulers in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Afghan government delegation will meet Taliban in Qatar on Friday to start a long-stalled peace process. According to an Afghan official, negotiations are aimed at ending the violence that has steadily increased since US signed a deal with Taliban in February last year. Russia has asked Afghan government to start proper negotiations with the Taliban before it was too late. This was stated by Russian President Vladimir Putin's special representative on Afghanistan, Zamir Kabulov, ahead of talks about Afghan crisis in Tajikistan, where foreign ministers from the Shanghai Cooperation Organization were meeting. Kabulov said Russia and the other regional powers favored a transitional government in Afghanistan as the only way for current crisis for all sides is to sit together to negotiating table in Kabul. Iranian President-elect Ibrahim Raisi says Iran will continue its consistent policy of supporting Palestine. Iranian news agencies quoted President-elect Ibrahim Raisi as saying that Tehran will keep defending Palestine against Israel until liberation of Jerusalem from Israel occupation. And finally, the weather. More rain, wind, thunder shower is expected in Kashmir, Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Islamabad, Gilgit-Baltistan, Balochistan and Sindh during the next 12 hours. Heavy falls are also expected in South Punjab, Lower Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Upper Sindh and Northeast Balochistan at scattered places during the period. Now some of the headlines once again. Prime Minister will embark on a 2-day official visit to Uzbekistan tomorrow to strengthen bilateral relations and enhance trade, economic cooperation and regional connectivity. Foreign Minister says Pakistan is ready to work with SCO states in reinforcing efforts for sustainable peace and stability in Afghanistan. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.